Hi guys, decided to come on live working with my new equipment like I said yesterday, trying to learn it. Hopefully somebody will come in. I am playing around with the equipment, trying to see my setup and how that will work. So far so good. So the last time that we were on here, I did a very quick um, run through of how to decorate the signature or how to prep them like this, but I didn't show you because I was dealing with my other camera. But today I am going to take my time and show you while I mess with my camera and stuff. So pardon me while I move stuff around. So just a quick reminder, I am working with the Bella Rose. It was an exclusive to digital memberships. Um, through Linda Israel's website. So, what I've done is I've cut down the pages. They're usually two to a page, like this, and I cut them down to the size that I need it. It is to personal preference on how much of a border you want to leave. Because I rounded the corners, I do have to pay attention to when I put this down that I have to round the corner here. And so after I cut them down, I cut them all to size and I divided them into my three signatures. You know, everybody's going to get the same amount. I also took the ephemera. What's ephemera? If you don't know, it's stuff to decorate, things that are going to go in the pocket, tags, anything you want to use to decorate. This came with the kit. And so I cut them out and I distress them with this ink, and I'll show you how I'm going to distress this. And I also divided it into the three signatures so they all have an equal amount. So like I said, I cut, and it's to your personal preference if you want to do how much border you want to leave on this on each side. So I'm going to take my Tim Holtz walnut stain and I'm going to distress. I buy these at Hobby Lobby. I like them. I like that I can put my finger in here for some reason. um, and I just pounce it. I just hit on this walnut stain. I do have this little tool, but haha, every crafter has everything in their room, right? Except I don't know where they're at. I don't know if that happens to you, but that happens to me. So I'm going to use this. And all I do is I just run it on the side. And as you can see, it starts getting darker. And what that helps it do is pop off the page. This is where I de-stressed, and this is not where I've distressed. And so I think it helps put like a little border around the page. And that's why I do it. You don't have to. I've seen people not do use this tool, but actually take the pad and do it the same way, but with the pad. Um, I'll do that sometimes. But in a journal, I prefer to do this. I think it gives it a different look. The more you hit an area, the darker it gets. You can also run it up and down, but I do, let's see, I'm sorry. I do notice that when I do that, it leaves a mark on the sponge, and the sponge lasts a little less time. But, you know, it's to personal preference. So, like I said, I am trying out new equipment. Um, my husband got me a webcam and he's letting me use his old laptop. And I had to rearrange my setup, totally my desk setup, and everything that I like to keep on my desk had to go because as I am talking to you, I am looking to my left. I prefer the right, but I didn't have room. I had to put the laptop, and it's one of those old laptops that are humongous. So it's to my left, but I can see what you're seeing if you're on live. Um, And once I set up my times, I'm hoping I will get people to come on when I am live, and I will be able to see everybody's comments. So I'm on a learning curve, and I'm learning how to use this, and I'm learning. Okay, I see I had to make sure I was in frame there because it's changed a little bit. The angles are different. Okay, great. We're in frame here. All right. What glue am I using? I am using a Tombow glue bottle because I love the shape of this bottle. I can get fine tip and a little bit thicker tip. Um, the glue will come out, but the glue that's in there is this one right here. Oh, it's backwards on yours. It's Martha Stewart Crafts Decoupage Glue and Sealer. They no longer make it. I had bought it a long time ago, I think last summer at Tuesday Morning. It was 99 cents a bottle. This one in a different kind of glue, but it's the same glue. Um, a long time ago. I think it was last summer. I bought them out. I bought everything on the shelf. I bought everything in their back room. I love this glue. It does not warp the paper. A little goes a long way. But this is my last bottle. So I'm probably going to have to go back to the Tombow Mono Glue, which I love. I just put a little bit on there. Can you tell? There you go. See, I kind of right. It's thin. Oops. And so then I just go down here. Oops. And smooth it out. And just like that, it is glued. Isn't it glorious? That's it. No ifs and buts about it. Done. Next page. Again, I am distressing it because I like the way it looks. You can skip one, you can skip two, you can put them wherever you wish. Um, it's personal preference. Also, what you can do, let me see if I have a digital page here somewhere. I do. This does not come in the kit. This is somebody else's. Instead of using just coffee dyed paper and the colored paper for the pages of your signature, the little booklet, you can print the digital kit out on paper. I use cardstock because I like the way it feels. You can fold it in half and use this part instead of the coffee dyed paper. However, then you have to deal with blank side of the paper. These are your options. You can print double sided, right? Another one, like say this page, you could print it here, and then you don't have that problem anymore. The reason I choose to use, at least in this journal, right? Every journal is different. To use coffee, I mean, this is tea dye paper and the colored paper, is because I like to journal. And so this is paper. You can write on the cardstock, but you have to do something to it here because it's, well, in my opinion, right? This is personal preference. Because then it's too white. At least that's the way I see it. You can spray it and do it like that, but then it affects what you can write with it. For example, if I were to distress it with this ink all here, so it could be like, grungy, all like coffee dye, like this tea dyed paper. I can do that with this ink and I can just rub it all over. However, if I want to use a watercolor paint, uh, watercolor pencil, and then use a water, it's going to react to the ink. If I want to use a certain marker, it may not work. It might interfere with the other stuff. If I'm using a very liquidy pen, um, the gel pens, some of them, if they're very liquidy, will react with the ink. It all depends what you use. And so that's why I stick to doing the coffee dyed paper like this. I mean, the tea dyed paper and this copy paper. Because I found that now I can journal here, I can journal here, I can put my page here. See how it looks different than this one? Because of the color. Oh, no wonder. There. because of the color, and now you have a pink edge because I'm using this kind of paper. So it's different. It's personal preference. Let me put this back because this is not from here. So that's why I have to cut them and I have to distress them. You can use anything you want. In our next series, when I finish making this journal, if you notice, I said, let's make a journal. I did not say, let's make a junk journal. A junk journal is when you take quote unquote, junk, meaning like your mail, like all those envelopes that you get in the mail, pieces of magazines, coloring papers, newspaper items, magazine items, you name it, you can use it. um, and you put it in there. That's why it's called a junk journal, because people consider it junk journal, right? To me, I'm thinking that you're recycling. um, I like to use, so I like to do, I'm off camera, I like to use some stuff and do enjoy making junk journals. I'm looking to see what my parameters are as far as being in frame. Now I leave a little border between the glue and the paper because when I glue it down, some of the I will squish it down. Yes, squish is a crafty term I use. It's stuff that I will smush down. Let me show you. And so it's personal preference where you want to put it. I smush it down. See, oops, sorry. I'm pressing it down. And because I know you can take a bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you can take a credit card, anything flat. And there you go. It's glued. And see how it doesn't work the paper? You can't see the lines that I made with the glue. I love this glue. But like I said, it's my last it is my last. I'm gonna skip this one. Put this one right there. So I already had cut the corners. So distress. So this is a journal, meaning it's not a junk journal, meaning I am not putting things like used envelopes or used things. I am putting quote unquote new things, new envelopes, right, from the package, stuff like that. But our next one will be junk journal, how to make a junk journal. You can do it the same way. You can do it a different way. There's tons and tons of ways to do things. Just look on YouTube. But this one, I'm doing a journal, and that is done. And I'm hoping to do this signature with you today, live. And again, I'm trying to see if I'm on camera. Yes, I am. I don't know how long it will take me, how long I will be live. I might have to shift positions, guys. I have back problems and I cannot be in a position very long. Can't sit very long, 10 to 15 minutes. So you see me or hear rustling, it's because I am shifting my position. I will be standing, I will be sitting. You'll see later on as I show you how I sew. I like to sew, some of the elements to the journals, the decorations, but I do not use a pedal on the floor with my foot. I sew with my hand. And those are just little things that you'll see me do. So you see, if you hear some rustling going around, my chair rolling off or something, I didn't fall. I'm just removing it or sliding it over so that I can stand and shift my position. So there's that. I'm going to skip that. Where's the middle? Okay. Skip that. And it's pink. So I want something. Sorry, I'm off. I want something that's more um, you see, tan colored. I think this one. Okay. So because I'm using it here, I can corner around these two corners. I can't go and do all the corners. I'll, I'll show you why right now. Because if I were to want to put this one on this page, I would have to corner around this one, this side, versus the side that I cut it, that I rounded the corners right here. So here we go again. Distressing. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Um, I live deep in South Texas, close to the Mexican border, around 30, 30 minutes away from the Mexican border. 15, depends how fast you drive. Now it depends which way you go and how the traffic is. So 15 to 30-minute drive away from the Mexican border. Deep, deep South Texas. I love to craft, as you can tell. I like to craft. Crafting for me is my therapy. Therapy meaning, like, it keeps me sane, it keeps me at peace, it helps me deal with my pain. Um, Sometimes my pain is super bad, and it helps me chill out for a while. When I take my meds and I'm a little loopy, I can sit here. I can take my items to my bed, to my couch, to my kitchen table. I can stand here, I can sit. It helps me chill out. Like I said, it helps me zone out. Um, it makes me very happy. It is my joy. It is my therapy. And it is my hobby. So here you go. You start seeing that the signature is coming together. The signature is this group of pages. The ones that are empty, some of them might stay empty. Some of them will get some bits and pieces I will show you in a minute. Okay, where's the middle? Where's the middle? Right here. Let's decide where we're going to do to the middle before we continue. I like that. And I think I like this. Nope. What did I do? I think I like this for our middle. Let's see. Do we have any more line papers? No. Okay. Let's do those two. Do I like it there? Or I like it like this instead? I like it like this. So half. Oh my goodness. This is going to go this way. This is going to go this way. Okay, that's going to go there. Let's go back to the last one we did. I think I'm going to cut them now. This one. That one. Just this one. Skip one. Have one. Okay. The last one was a pink. Pink. Some of them are just borders. Some of them have images. Some of them don't. I like it like that. So we'll do this. If you all are new to junk journaling, making journals, let me know. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything that you see, or any questions you want to ask, just leave them in the comments. I'm looking. I don't think anybody is online with me, and that's fine. Like I said, eventually I will figure this out, and I'm going to know um, I will give you a heads up as far as when I will be coming on. And so you'll know more ahead of time, and you can schedule your time with, no, I'll make it this way. You can schedule your time so that you can join me in my live. I plan to have one in the maybe 3 times a week, perhaps. Perhaps, like I said, I'm not sure. We will it'll be 3 times a week, morning and midday, and then afternoon. What's this here? So I wanted to transition to the other signature. I'm corner rounding up. Oops, and I'm planning. Sorry, that one. I'm planning out where my things are going to go. My papers, and that way they're cut. And all I do is just press them and glue them. Okay, let's go back. So yeah, that's what this is how I make a journal. I plan them out, kind of put things down. I use paper clips, as you can see up there, to hold things. If you plan them out, it makes it easier, because then you just sit here and do what I'm doing, kind of like an assembly line. So here I'm just de-stressing, making this little edges a little rounder. Sorry, and so I will do this signature with you, and I will do the other ones off camera, the other two, because this journal will have 3 signatures. Remember, again, vocabulary lesson, guys, like I used to teach when I used to be a teacher's aide, right? I'd say, okay, vocabulary lesson, let's see, remember, pay attention. A booklet, so we won't forget. I mean, a signature is a booklet, a group of pages that's going to go in your journal, and it forms like a little book. It's called a booklet or your signature. So this is what we're doing, decorating the signature. Hey, hey, hey. Going this way. Is it going to be here? Yes. Okay. And so we're decorating our booklet, and I'm going to be decorating, or I am decorating this one with you on live. The other 2 I will decorate offline or off camera, or not live. And when I come back the next time, when I go on live, because I'm messing with my equipment and I'm learning the ins and outs and stuff like that. Let's see. Okay. You know what? I'm going to move this down. Maybe this will help me stay in frame. Okay. Yeah. I think that will work better. I put it a little lower. All right. I will show you when we come back the other ones, that I'm going to do off camera, so that you don't sit there and just watch me do all this. This takes a lot of time, the distressing, the gluing, and all that. The fun part, or the part I like, is decorating and making things for the pockets and making your journal unique by choosing what you're going to put in your pockets, your tags, lace, bling, sewing, not sewing, stuff like that. It's fun once you start and get past this. Like I said, I like doing it this way because I think it gives it more structure to the journal. I like that the back side of the paper that I am gluing these to stay sturdy, so I can I say I can because usually the journals I make for myself. For the person that buys them for me, these I am making 2 journals, one off camera, totally off camera, and one that you're seeing. I am putting them up for sale. You can contact me through here, leave me an email. Is on the about page of my YouTube channel. And again, I'm just going to put glue around. My email's there. You can email me if you're interested in purchasing the journal. Um, just let me know. After we finish putting it together, I will film a video and I will be putting it up on my channel so you could see the finished product, the flip through, so you could see page by page what it looks like. Okay, there we go. It's like, how come that's not sticking down? Because it was not touching. I like that it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, so I can add a little bit of glue there. Okay, all right. So yes, I will have them up for sale. Um, I have decided that the money that I make from selling my journals will go towards my daughter's college tuition. My daughter's about to finish her first year of college. Yay, proud mama here. Um, and so it will go towards her college tuition and fees and books and all those lovely things that she is needing. It will go to pay that. It will go towards that. It's a way that I can help her. I'm not currently working due to my back issues. Oh, which my back is roaring. When I say my back is roaring, I mean that my back is killing me. Starting to hurt. Anywho, life must go on. What can we do? So, recap. I am deciding where I want to place the paper. I am distressing this brown ink. It's called distress ink. The reason it's called distress ink is because if you hit it with a little bit of water, it kind of repels it. So you will get like that distress look. But for now, I just put it on the corners. Kind of make it dark like that. To add to the journal. This is tea dyed paper. It's on the journal tea dyed paper and then regular copy paper. This happens to be a lovely pink that I had in my stash. I don't even remember where I got it or why I bought pink copy paper. I don't remember. Seems kind of odd to me, but maybe when I was working at the school, sometimes I would buy paper and we would make projects for Mother's Day and stuff like that. That's the only thing I can think of. Because I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I don't know why I would have bought pink paper. I'm thinking that's why I bought it. I probably did something with the kids for Mother's Day. Probably printed something on there or something for the moms. I don't know. Okay, next. And see, this glue that I'm so gonna miss, but it's at the tumble. The tumble works the same way. It dries fast and it does not mess with your paper. It doesn't wrinkle it. I've really enjoyed that glue. I've looked for it online. Nobody carries it. I'm hoping she brings back. It's from Martha Stewart. She brings some kind of glue that's similar to that. I know Michaels is starting to carry some of her things again. I have checked when I go to Michaels, and I haven't seen any glue. At least not that looks like what I'm telling you. They do have glue, some sort of glue, but not the one I'm presently using. But yes, I will miss you, Miss Martha Stewart. Decoupage, I think it's called. Did I put some note? No? This one is called Decoupage Glue and Sealer from Martha Stewart Crafts. Um, I'm hoping that one day, Tuesday morning, we'll get more. When they do, I will buy it all out again. I went and bought everything on their shelves, like I said before. And then I told the manager, whenever you get some of this, call me. I want it all. And they did. They would get some bottles in and they would call me and I would go pick them up. It's the beauty of, let's see what yeah, I like that better. It's a beauty of having a good communication with your manager and, getting to know them. So, how long have I been making journals? About a year, believe it or not, a year. Um, I wanted to learn, um, and I would watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I would do them just by myself. And then I saw Lindsay Zenor. Um, I'm trying to remember her group name. I know it's Nevermore Creations 17. She used to be on Etsy. Now she has her own website, nevermorecreation17.com. Well, she had posted somewhere that she was looking for design team members. I think she put a video out about a year ago. I don't think it's been a year. I think it's during the summer. Well, anyway, she put a post out there. I think it was a video. She was looking for design team members. If you wanted to, if you were interested to contact her, and I did. And to my surprise, Ms. Lindsay um, let me be, and I continue to be on her design team. And wow, I mean, for me, I could not believe, I still can't believe that I'm on her design team. As part of her design team, I get to work with her digital kits that she has up for sale. Um, and because she gave me the opportunity of being, or still is giving me the opportunity to be on her design team, it forced me uh, to broaden my horizons and work with digital kits, which now I love. Before I used to, I always been a paper crafter, but I would, go to the stores or online and buy people's paper packs. And now I really enjoy digital kits. Why? Because it gives me the versatility of printing out exactly what I want. If I want five of one page, I can print five of one page. If I want it on cardstock, if I want it on paper, I get to resize, I get to play. If I mess something up, I'm like, with a paper pad, I'm like, oh man, I only had that one paper left, or I only have two papers, and now I can't do what I wanted to do. And not the case with a digital kit because I control what I print, how I print it, small, large, how many I want, if I don't want this one on cardstock, if I want it on paper, if I want it on vellum, and you know, I so have enjoyed being on Lindsay's design team. Since then, I am on two other. Well, I was on Studio 28E's design team as well. She recently decided to close down or no longer have a design team. So I'm no longer on hers, but I've really enjoyed um, being on a design team. Like I said, it's really forced me to go out of my comfort zone, to look for new ideas. Gave me the opportunity to see the benefits of working with digital kits. I love working with the kits. I love making journals. I've learned different ways of doing journals. Um, the images, the colors, even, I know, well, I don't know about you guys, but I do. I used to stay within my my colors. Can you tell the mint? I have mint everything. Um, I like mint. I like white. I like gold. I like silver. I love black. And so I would tend to stay within those parameters, right? I like butterflies and crosses and Christian saints. So my crafting was, you better believe it, butterfly themed and, Christian themed, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I had to, you know, being on the design team, I've expanded different themes into different themes because they have the digital artist um, that I'm on their design team. Uh, not They're not the same. They have different themes in their kits, and so I've really enjoyed branching out into something else. I would gravitate towards, like I said, the butterfly, spring, floral, kind of the safe zone. But I have gone into vintage. I've gone into one of them made a sloth one that I'm excited to work about with because I love sloths. And so it's forced me to go into new territory, new colors, new techniques, and I love it. I really appreciate that people have given me the opportunity to be on their design team, like Lindsay Zenor. Thank you, Lindsay, if you're watching. Nevermorecreation17.com, and also Studio 2080 on Etsy. Thank you, Sherry, for the time that you allowed me to be on your design team. I have really enjoyed it. Love working with your kids. And I am also currently a design team member for That's Just Penny on Etsy. Hi, Penny, if you're watching. Thank you for the opportunity. I love her kits. They're Christian based. Not all of them, but not most of them, but she has Christian based things. Excuse me while I take a sip. Thank you. And I really enjoy working with those things. So we finished putting the papers, and let me just give you a quick flip through showing you. And so see how the distress ink just really shows, it gives you like a little step in between the pink and this. It makes it pop a little bit. And then just pay attention to the beautiful kit that Calico Collage and Israel put together, called Bella Rose, an exclusive for digital subscribers. You can find the information on Linda Israel's website. And I bought this kit because I loved it. And then this one right here, this is the middle of the signature. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at the pretty tea dye paper. I will be making a tutorial on how I do my tea dye paper. I can't remember her name. Somebody messaged me a while back, and if you're watching this video, I have not forgotten. I just have not had an opportunity because of my technical difficulties. I could not take the equipment to where I need it. It wasn't working for me, and then when I did a video, it erased the formatting, or I don't know what happened, and I couldn't share it. So now comes the fun part. We can start decorating. So this is the ephemera that I chose for here. I just randomly just whatever the kit came with, I grabbed them, divided them by three because I'm gonna have three signatures, and so all of them will have the same amount. These are already distressed, so we're gonna open up and let's see what can we put here. Okay, let's put these. Okay, let's put tags with tags. Journaling cards. This is a picture. Tags. Journaling card, journaling card. This could be a tub. This could be this. Okay, got them. Got them situated. All right. This goes over here. I'm just kind of grouping them. All right, let's go back. So we're gonna open up. Whoops. What are we gonna put here? Maybe we can put this in the corner. I think I like it on this side, so this one wouldn't work here. We can do a belly band. Don't like it there either. We could, but I don't want to. How about that? How about I put this one here? I like that. I'm going to use it as a belly band. All it is just a piece of paper. Oops, I'm sorry. A belly band is just a piece of paper that you're gonna glue here. You're gonna glue here, and this is gonna be open so you can tuck stuff in. It is a little large, so I say the best tool you have are. So I'm going to go to the edge of the paper, and with my nail, I'm just going to go to the other edge, and it's kind of going to give me a. I don't know if it'll come up. Maybe the back. Yeah, you see that little line, kind of like a little score mark. That little line. It's going to tell me where I can cut. And let's see. Perfect. I cut there, so I need to make sure I distress right there. Perfect. Take my Martha Stewart glue that I'm running out of. I'm going to start using to see if I like it. A lot of people are just lining. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm lining it up with the edge and the edge here. A lot of people use this glue right here, art glitter glue. My friend Dory, hi Dory, if you're watching, send me this glue so I could try it out. It's a 2-ounce art glitter glue, and the other day I used it to, what did I use it for? Oh, I was doing a memory dex card, and I used it to glue down, not tack down, glue down. So see, now this is here, and no, something wrong. Now you can tuck something there. Now we can come back and put lace and stuff like that on there. Next. Okay, so this one has that there. How about no. This one. I'm going to put this here on the side. I'm going to glue it right at the edge. I'm going to glue it right there. And so it's going to give me a side tuck. Basically, that's going to be glued down, and it's just going to be a little piece so that I can tuck things in there. That's why I called a side tuck. So I'm going to take some glue, just very little. And I'm not putting a lot of glue. All I'm doing is basically spreading it thin all the way to the end. And then I take, that's why I love this glue bottle. I've gotten used to it. I've had it close to a year. The bottle, it is. The Tombow I've had. When I had Tombow glue, I've had it for a while. I finished it and just keep refilling. I've refilling and refilled it till I have more. Okay, great. Ta-da! And let me see, do I have any trim here that I can use? I think I can use this. Where is it? Why not you? Okay. No, don't Really? Really? All right. I'm gonna take you out. Okay. Let's see. It's too shiny. What I wanted it for was for something else. Nope. Okay. We're gonna stay back. All right. Next. We have here. I like a side tuck there. How about this one? That knit one. I like this here. But before we put that there, I'm seeing on the left of me, I have a filing cabinet where I have stuff that hangs. And I hang these bags with the names of people that send me happy mail or send me things that I can use in my journals or in my crafting. People have been so generous to me. But I do like this one. This one to attach to this right here. That's big. I attach with my Tim Holtz tiny attacher. And if it's too big, it's too big. We will trim it down. This one needs to be here. Now we have a beautiful tag with some beautiful ribbon. And let me grab a paper. Okay. Reason I'm gonna grab a paper because I'm gonna give a shout out to Christina Lowe for the ribbon. I write down what I use from who. And when I do my flip throughs, I make sure I give them a shout out and say thank you because of their generosity. I got to use something that they send me, like for her, she sent me this. And I got to use it in my journal, my creations. And I use things all from everywhere. People send me. They're so gracious. Okay, so I already decorated that one. Let's see, this one. This is white. Oh, I was like, maybe I do want it. Send me all sorts of goodies. These are my fabric scissors. I've already sat down. I already stood up. Okay. Excuse me while I do my breathing exercise. Okay. Another tag. Okay. Just because I had those there. And this will be. Oh. Just stood up again. All right. Jennifer. Harrod. Jennifer Harrod, thank you for the lace. Bring this back up. Okay. So what I wanted was something I didn't find, and I wanted some. Okay, I sat back down. Let's see that. Hmm. I'm looking for some pink. Beige. Oh, I think I have some in here. Oh dear. Oh, it changes colors. Eyelash trim. I want some eyelash trim. I know I have some because people have left me with some. Okay. See if I can use it. This is white, but it will work. Hey, where's the ticket? Oh, come on. Now that I have the stuff, I lost the ticket. I had a ticket, of course. Okay, let's see if we can put something up there. I think I want to put some trim right there. To give it some interest. No, I don't know what I did with the ticket I had here. All right, doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this later date. I need to get off because my back is screaming. um, and I've already changed positions and etc. 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 So I think it's time to go lay down and let's see what time is it. Yep, it's time for another med. Anyway, thank you for stopping by and watching this replay. If you have any questions, let me know. I will come back tomorrow and or the next time we're here, not necessarily tomorrow. Next time I upload a video or go on live, I will show you how I've decorated the three signatures, and I will be showing you how to sew them in to the cover. Okay? That's you right there looking at this video. Thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, something that you didn't understand, leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Um, I'd like to wish you a good rest of your day. And as always, my friends, happy crafting. Bye.